The Bitcoin spot ETF has been approved. No, it hasn't. That was a typo. Actually, our Twitter account, yes, the SEC Twitter got hacked. We didn't have 2FA on, but it's actually approved now. What? Gary, for the love of God, put the codeine down, okay? Enough of the cough syrup. And what is BitBoy doing protesting at the SEC? Meth much? You've seen the headlines. You've seen your favorite faces cover this. Oh, it's a bullish event. Super bullish. We're going to the moon. Bull market, blah, 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 blah. Is this a sell the news event? Is the top in? Where's the market really going? This has me feeling two things. I'm a bit in awe and shocked that this actually happened. Seeing the divergence between DeFi and TradFi is very, very nuts. The implications of this are massively bullish. But at the same time, it just feels weird. Like, why would the biggest asset managers in the world come pump our bags? For years, we've blamed these institutions for manipulating the price of Bitcoin and other cryptos, and now they're our heroes? Well, after countless hours of research, I finally figured it out. No, I haven't. It's actually very complicated, and no one knows what the heck's going on. But I'd like to speculate and present to you my thesis as to what I think is going to happen over the next 2 years. We've had ETFs before, but they've pretty much just added sell pressure to the market. A spot ETF has the potential to onboard billions of dollars with incredibly buttery smooth ease. While we may be in for a correction in the market after a crazy run-up last year, the largest catalyst of all time has formed on Bitcoin in a literal once-in-a-lifetime event. In 2024 alone, we got the ETF approval. We have a Bitcoin halving coming sometime in spring. We have regulatory clarity coming to altcoins. We have the emergence of AI, which is absolutely mooning. We have the US election happening this year. We have fiscal loosening coming sometime in the summertime. Global liquidity has been rising. There's a huge narrative around currency debasement. Look at Argentina. There's been massive infrastructure upgrades in crypto, things like Stargate. This could be a real blow off, crazy bull run that we've never seen before, and maybe that we'll never ever see again. Crypto is a game of musical chairs. The music starts when we go risk on in real estate and stocks. That's the musical engine, right? If things are risk on in those environments, what does that mean? That means investors are looking for risk because they're no longer content with like the fixed money markets, right? Of like right now I can go get a 3-month term on a T-bill and you're earning 4%, 5%. And it's cushy and it's safe. What happened in 2020 is those basically just went to zero. Like you were earning nothing, like just under 1%. Some of you have experienced that where like in 2020, I remember my savings account said I could earn 0.5%. That's when a lot of people were just becoming risk on, right? Because things are so fiscally loose that people are going and sending their money in super risky stuff to make money. And crypto tends to be the fastest moving horse when we are in risk on environments. It outperforms every sector every single time. That's what it's done. And that's what I believe it will do again. Now, the question is, are we there yet? So we're getting very close. The S&P 500, the US stock market's like just inches away from all-time high. Dow Jones is in an all-time high. Many stock markets around the world are on all-time highs. So it seems like we're on the brink of risk on, but we're not just there yet. And I think we're going to have a boring kind of correction and a choppiness until it's time for real risk on. It's hard to time things. Who knows when it will be, but it's looking juicy. It's hard not to acknowledge it. And while there may not be tons of money coming in right now from the ETFs become far more relevant in a bull market. The best marketing is price. When the price goes up, people perk their ears and they turn around and they think like, wait a second, have I been wrong? Like, should I be in this? I should maybe be in this. And then it gets talked about more. And then the network effect happens and it gets spread like a wildfire and everyone starts piling in. Once Bitcoin starts breaking its previous all-time highs, boomers will be calling their banks saying they want exposure to this, and they'll be able to get exposure through their retirement funds, however much through these ETFs in a snap, just like that, in a 1-minute phone conversation. Fund managers will also be incentivized to advertise them more because there's more demand in the market. So it's a 1 + 1 = 3 type of situation where it's going to be a very, very insane catalyst on top of the other things that are going on. What is the motive? Will BlackRock really pump our bags? I know it's hard to believe, but I think they actually will. And here's why. The money to be made with ETFs is with the volume. They don't care if price goes up or down. They just want to be the middleman, right? They want to be the middleman for all the trading, profiting off that, because that's how they're going to make a ton of money. Wouldn't it destroy their reputation to shill this ETF and then it just goes down 90%? Why on earth would they do that? That's probably why they didn't come out the top of last cycle saying it's ETF time, because they knew like it's probably ballooned, it's gonna come down. Why are they doing it now? Maybe they want to destroy crypto and this is their final plan to finally, you know, destroy this asset class. I just think it's unlikely. It doesn't really make sense. What's likely happening is BlackRock wants to front run this move that they see coming to risk assets, and they want to be the arbiter where all the liquidity gets exchanged, which is why the SEC went after Binance in 2023 as well. Coinbase is the custodian for most of these ETFs, and BlackRock, they own like a massive amount of Coinbase. So if crypto does well, they will do super duper well. And no matter how many times crypto has been absolutely hit by scams, frauds, hit pieces, hacks, FUD, somehow, some way, without bailouts, without fail-safes, without insurance policies, as a free market, we just come back stronger than ever. It's unbelievable. It's hard not to respect that. And maybe BlackRock finally understands now, if you can't beat them, just join them.